What's up, everyone? Mr. NoobTube Gamer. Today we're playing Call of Duty World War II, and today is actually the 5-year anniversary of COD World War II. It was released on November 3rd, 2017. Really good game. It wasn't always that way, though. I remember when the game first came out, it had a bunch of serious problems, including health regeneration not being that fast. I think it was actually the slowest health regeneration in all of Call of Duty, not including Call of Duty 1, where you had to pick up the health packs. But other than that, like the old Call of Duty games, even going back to COD 4, when you got shot and you were in low health, it took 5 seconds after you were shot, but 5 seconds after you got your health completely regenerated. But the way it worked in COD World War II was that after 5 seconds, you were regenerating a small amount of health every second. So it took like about 10 seconds to regenerate health. So it basically took twice as long to regen your health compared to the other COD games, and it was very, very easy to die. You also had sprint. It was very, very slow. You didn't have unlimited sprint, and sure, that's how it was in Call of Duty 4, but it just felt so slow in comparison to games like Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2 and other games that actually had like at least a marathon perk or something where you could have unlimited sprint. But this game didn't offer that at all. You were moving at a snail's pace. And of course there was also the division system, which was completely broken. All these issues were eventually resolved though, and COD World War II eventually grew into one of the greatest Call of Duty games of all time, in my humble opinion. I would say if you're looking for a classic Call of Duty experience that is similar to a game like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, and kind of all those games put together, World at War, obviously, since this is a World War II game, and it kind of does feel a little bit like World War II, even though they did do some shit like, because of censorship, they removed the swastika, so it kind of like, they did it for censorship reasons, but it kind of feels like they're trying to whitewash the evilness of Germany back in World War II. But, all that aside, it does feel a lot more like a World War II game compared to Vanguard, at least. So if you are looking for a World War II experience in the modern age of gaming, then this would probably be one of your best bets. And also, if you prefer the old school style of gameplay for Call of Duty, then definitely this game is for you. The only big difference, I would say, is the division system. Other than that, though, it feels just like a classic COD experience. And I think that's why I love it so much, because a lot of the games that we got back then in that generation, and also in the current generation with Modern Warfare 2019, they just don't feel that much like the classic Call of Duty experience. It just feels like something completely different. Like, and some of them I love. I think Black Ops 4 is a top 5 Call of Duty game. But then there are other games like Call of Duty Ghost that had some very questionable map design. Then you got Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, all futuristic jetpack games. So really, Call of Duty World War II was the only game at that time that was anything close to what it was back in the day, in the golden age of Call of Duty. Even though World War II, would I put it up against something like Black Ops 2? Definitely not, but I think, if you're someone, especially on PlayStation, got a PS5, this game is backwards compatible, so it really is the best Call of Duty experience that you could have on that console, besides Black Ops 4. But, like I said, if you're looking for a more traditional experience, it's definitely your way to go. I mean, you see I'm shooting noob tubes all the time. The noob tube is actually viable in this game, and I think that's great. The map design is pretty good. The base maps, they're not my favorite, but the DLC maps are really good. That being said, the base maps are better than any of the maps that we got in Cold War, Modern Warfare 2019. Modern Warfare 2, the maps are good, but you don't have strict skill-based matchmaking, so that alone makes World War II better by default. And this really was the game that kind of made me start making a name for myself on this channel. Obviously, you guys know that I do have a history on YouTube with my last channel, but with the Mr. NoobTube Gamer, with the Call of Duty stuff, the Call of Duty World War II commentaries that I did back in the summer of 2020 was really how I got started. And I look back at those times with fondness. I have some pretty good nostalgia for COD World War II, and I play it a lot from time to time. Not as much as I used to, because I really had a lot of fun with the throwback mosh pit, which was basically Modern Warfare 2 It was pretty much a Modern Warfare 2 game mode. It had Danger Close noob tubes, it had Juggernaut, it had all of those crazy perks, and you also had the kill streaks stacking on each other. So instead of the vanilla COD World War II, where your kill streak kills, like the ball turret and the fighter pilot and all those things, like you wouldn't actually, those kills you got from the kill streaks wouldn't actually count towards more kill streaks. Like those kills wouldn't count. But in the Throwback Mosh Pit, it did. And that's the most fun I have ever had in any Call of Duty game in a very, very long time. But what they did, I think this is like towards the end of 2020, for some reason they changed the Throwback Mosh Pit. It used to be the featured playlist, so you had a lot of people playing it, and now it's this hardpoint mode, but instead of regular hardpoint, it had zombies all over the place, and they called it Horde Point, which is fun, but definitely no replacement for Throwback. And I feel like they did that on purpose, so that people would play the newer games instead, because the Throwback Mosh Pit was so much fucking fun that you had a lot of people playing that shit, including me. So they were trying to kind of like kill the fun and get less people playing World War II. That's my conspiracy theory, at least. But seriously, go to the video on my channel trailer and tell me that is not one of the greatest Call of Duty videos that you have ever seen in your entire life. So, you know, the vanilla game is still fun, to be fair. I just, that Throwback Mosh Pit was on a whole nother level. Then there's single player and zombies, which are kind of just there. They're not offensively bad, but they're not that impressive either. So multiplayer is really going to be your main experience. Still got plenty of players in 2022. I got full servers with DLC going on at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's still very active. And like I said, it's the closest to a true Call of Duty game that you can get since Black Ops 2. Definitely recommend it if you're on PlayStation or Xbox. PC, not so much, just because the player base being so small and not having crossplay. But yeah, that's COD World War II 5 years later. Let me know in the comment section down below if you still play COD World War II, and just give me your overall thoughts on the game. I'm interested to see what all of you guys have to say. But as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.